several times against Desmond, and it helped him win that game.
Yeah,
he didn't draw them for game 3.
He borrowed those debunks from me too. After he gave them back to me today, he was just like, "This card is nuts. I can't believe I wasn't playing it before. It's just like so good."
Well, here we go with game 3. So this is for the first ARG Circuit Championship.
Absolutely. The winner of this will walk away with $1,500, unless, of course, they decided to randomly split it, but I don't think that's what they've done. I mean, first gets $1,500, second gets $1,000, so there's not much to really split there, unless they just wanted to say, oh, you get $250.
In credits,
That is a interesting start for this tour. Well, I guess not very interesting because nothing really happened, but it's odd that he would go without playing a single card. So that means he didn't open with the swords, he didn't open with cards of consonants with a target, didn't even open with a dragon ravine, I don't think.
This is going to be a very scary game now, because I'm assuming he has a scarecrow at least, but Pat, he needs to have a real hand trap like a maxi. So here goes 9,000 life points.
Okay. Now, maybe he's got the Mexi in hand, maybe he's got the Scarecrow in hand. Hopefully he's got the Scarecrow in hand, or this is going to be a very short-lived duel.
Drew Sword off of Upstart. That is a way to see how Upstart is a very, very good card.
He just drew another sword, so that's dead for a turn.
But drawing multiple swords is always good.
Exactly, that just means you have the comeback play for the next turn.
Hi, I was wondering if I could...
Okay, so let's see here. Looks like we will have... What was I just looking for? I was commenting on him not playing a single card for his turn. Do you think, does he run Darkhold? Scott does run Darkhold. Do you think maybe he ran that and he's waiting to get things off the field?
Oh, I can't believe it. This has gone through.
This is blowing me away. He must have either opened terribly or...
I found out that Scott Page has opened all dragons. And Hoban has actually got a few dragons in his hand, but he also has a warning, I believe, a 7 stars and a book of moon.
Okay, yeah, he does.
So yeah, Scott Page had a hand of all dragons at the time. So
that's interesting. I don't see that too much.
There may have been like one extra monster mixed in there, but most of them were all dragons. Yes, there was no trapper spells.
Okay, well that explains why he didn't really do anything.
And if you watch him shuffle there, I think we might see one scarecrow and one spell. But that's about it.
So we're just going to make starts in this. I don't think...
He drew another dragon. It looks like he drew Blaster.
So he doesn't have that many options right now.
Yeah, he's not very excited, as you can see with the little tap on the desk there.
Yeah.
His deck is crapping out on him at the worst possible time.
Absolutely. It's times like this where I've almost thought that maybe when you're in the finals of a big tournament like this with such a huge prize on the line, maybe we should do best of 5 as opposed to best of 3. That way, if your deck craps out on you, it's not just game over.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, and this entire ARG circuit has been a bit of a learning experience. We've been trying to get you guys as best a coverage as we could. We will be having another one on October 12th and 13th in Ohio. Is that a 2-day one, or is that only on the 12th?
Two-day.
It's a 2-day event.
Yeah.
Okay. So then we will have one again in Ohio.
So we're seeing this blaster come out.
There's a question. Does the Matt Steves know the video?
It does.
We're great.
Okay, so looks like he banished a title, and was that a debris?
No, it is a Corseska.
Corseska.
Yeah. So it looks like he's going to attempt to run it over.
So here comes Book of Moon.
Yeah,
now
there
he's
you
going
go.
to go for Crimson Blader.
Yeah.
Crimson Blader is going to be devastating right now.
Oh yes, because he doesn't have a way to stop it. I don't think I saw an Effect Veiler in the hand.
No,
So
and
he
like I
just
said,
drew-
it's pretty much all dragons.
Pat just drew Dragon's Ravine. That is the best card. Here is about to get so ugly. He has the sword, he has the Ravine, he has the Solemn Warning set, he has the perfect setup. I'm pretty sure Pat just won the tournament.
Most likely. Looks like Pat will be going to YCS Italy after all.
That's what he was wanting to use the credit for.
Yeah.
What makes Patrick such a good player?
He plays a lot. He understands the theory of the game. He's always been good, but I think that now he's finally starting to. I think he definitely got better, and I think he's just finally starting to understand that it's really not that hard to break the bubble, because that was just his problem before. I think it was a mental thing. I really think
he's building some confidence.
Yeah, I think it's confidence now, and we really do put all kinds of mental blocks on ourselves sometimes, and now I think it's gone. I think he finally realizes he's just one of the best players and
Absolutely
embrace that, because
and he definitely is. While his performance at Worlds was a little bit lackluster, I don't hold that against him at all because that's completely different format with completely different players in such different circumstances.
I mean, also that format. Honestly, let's be real. That format was very ignorant. I mean,
It was.
Someone can open up Super Rejuvenation and you don't have it. I mean, if you even looked at the finals, the guy opened up Rejuvenation and Card Destruction and then Rejuvenation, and it was just
Exactly.
We didn't even have it. The U.S. didn't even have a chance in the finals. I mean, granted, the Prophecy player apparently did make maybe one or two misplays here, but it wasn't even close, and it wasn't really like they played Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah.
There's the Crimson Blader play right there.
So we knew this was coming. This game is really...
So if our hand is what we assume it is from Scott that we've been told, there's just not much that's going to happen here.
Now, the good thing is that Scott does have one turn after this because he does have the Scarecrow in hand, and he's not going to use the Scarecrow to stop the Stardust attack. That would seal the game right there. So he's going to take that 2,500 damage, and he's going to save that Scarecrow for next turn. So if he could theoretically draw something here,
he needs to draw a sword.
Stall for a turn, and then he can.
He
do
does
something.
need a sword. He got a spell.
He got a sword. He did draw a sword just now.
Okay, so
Also, Pat has a emptiness. I think he just said.
So that's going to make this even worse for him. And it looks like he just draw two monsters.
And Patrick did have emptiness, yes.
So I think I saw one of the monsters was Max C. So that's not really going to help him much whenever Patrick's already got an established field.
Yeah, Pat's not going to summon anymore.
Oh yeah. He's going to ride this train again. So now we have 20 dragons in hand?
Yeah.
But going back to what we were saying, Pat is obviously one of the best players that we have in this community. He obviously is our national champion. He very well could be taking this today.
So we literally just had him pass and discard a title, I guess. So
he has way too many cards in hand.
And there's a Cards of Consonant.
The consistency of the Dragunity Dragon Rulers is just outrageous, and their draw power is insane. I don't see this much draw power outside of things like Dark Worlds, who run all the draw power cards and tutor their entire deck in a turn.
Our life point count, by the way, is Hoban at 8,000 and Scott Page at 3,900. So.
Okay.
So this next turn will determine, or this next turn that Scott has will determine the game. If he doesn't draw something just groundbreaking, which I don't really think that there is much because he needs to get over Stardust and Crimson Blader, but we have to remember that the Vanity's Emptiness is down,
Yeah, so
and most likely
there's a solid warning set.
Yeah, the warning as well. So
let's not forget.
Yeah.
He has to get through two things. That's the opponents. Also, I think does it look like Pat has another trap? Oh my god.
Yeah, I think Patrick's just pretty well set up for this. Now, what would Scott need to draw right now to be able to pull this out? Let's assume that he can summon any dragon that he needs to, and he has at least one tuner in hand. What would he need to draw to get this?
First of all, the first summon, I think that's another emptiness. The first summon will probably get warning or emptiness, and then he needs to have something to play over top of that ravine to get rid of emptiness if Pat flips one. But if Pat just drew a second one, that's just game.
Absolutely.
It's looking so bad right now.
Yeah, I mean, I was thinking maybe if he drew an MST for the Vanity's Emptiness.
He needs a Legend Virus MSTs. He needs a lot.
Exactly.
He needs everything that's still in the deck.
Serious help right now. I don't know what he just drew, but we already know he has. I think he just drew another Max C. That sucks.
That's most likely going to be his game.
Yeah, he drew another Max C.
There it is.
That's it. So, all right, guys. Well, that's it.
It was a double Vanity's Emptiness.
Patrick Hoban is your first ARG circuit champion. Frazier, what did you think of the event overall, man? Just a really, really good event, and you can hear the applause from the crowd in the background.
Yeah, I think this was a great event. I mean, it was run really smoothly. We got some great coverage. We got commentary. We got video footage. We got some great feature matches with some of the best players. Pat won again, so I think this was a very, very good event.
Very skillful. That's
actually one of the things I was going to say.
If you don't believe in skill, guys, there's a reason why the top 16 had 12 extremely well-known, multiple top players.
Exactly. This event, there seemed to be more skillful players that came out. I think that's actually probably one of the reasons that we had 320 people show up as opposed to 500, 600.
Yes.
We didn't have a whole bunch of the lesser skilled players coming out to the event. And that's not to diss them at all. I'm just saying that this kind of event, especially with the higher prize on the line, attracted a lot more of the, I guess you could say, professional players to the event. People who take the game very seriously and, take it, or they play to win.
All right, guys. Well, we're going to get out of here for now. Thanks to Frazier Smith for coming and commentating with us. This is Kayla Nelson and the Kiko 25X, and we'll
right,
talk to you
guys.
guys at the next ARG circuit.
All right, see ya.
Peace.